Yo, I just want to let you guys know that the next couple of videos that I'm going to make is going to be all Africa based. The first one is going to focus on, well, this particular one that I'm doing right now is just an introduction to Africa Agenda 2063. 2063 is the year that Africa plans to be at its zenith. The Pan-African dream is supposed to be achieved at that point. And I don't understand why nobody is talking about it. Bloggers aren't talking about it. The conscious community isn't talking about it. People on social media. I'm not even on social media anymore, but when I was a couple, like 5 months ago, nobody was talking about it. Okay, so essentially, this is the biggest thing Africa's ever tried to do. Okay, so Agenda 2063 is Africa's blueprint and master plan for transitioning Africa into the global powerhouse of the future. It is the continent's strategic framework that aims to deliver on its goal for inclusive and sustainable development, and is a concrete manifestation of the Pan-African drive for unity, self-determination, freedom, progress, and collective prosperity pursued under Pan-Africanism and African Renaissance. The genesis of Agenda 2063 was the realization by African leaders that there was a need to refocus and reprioritize Africa's agenda from the struggle against apartheid and the attainment of political independence for the continent, which had been the focus of the Organization of African Unity, the precursor of the African Union, and instead to prioritize inclusive social and economic development, continental and regional integration, democratic governance, and peace and security, amongst other issues aimed at repositioning Africa to become a dominant player in the global arena. All right, so essentially what they're saying is they want all of Africa to be considered like, okay, picture the countries of Africa, the entire continent of Africa, North Africa, where the light-skinned people are, East Africa, West Africa, North Africa, South Africa. The entire continent of Africa wants to operate on a United States type framework. They want to be the country that's multinational, multi-ethnic, but one. Instead of having these differences with each other because of ethnic issues and even national issues, they are going to create this framework so that Africa can really just be like a unified front, like its own country, similar to the United States. And each country is going to serve in a state, like a semi or similar to a state, and representatives from all of these countries are going to form like a federal government like we have in the United States. We got the federal government that gets elected by each state. They're in DC. So Africa's going to be considered a big country, just like us in the United States. They're going to elect representatives from each country to represent Africa on in like a centralized government. And this is the first 10 years. They have, all of this stuff that I'm reading is coming from the African Union website. And this part right here is called the first 10-year implementation plan. Identify priority areas, set specific targets, define strategies and policy measures required to implement the FTYIP of Agenda 2063. Bring to fruition the fast-track programs and initiatives outlined in the Malabo decisions of the African Union to provide big push and breakthroughs for Africa's economic and social transformation. Blah, blah, blah. Let me get to the... they actually have like their actual goals somewhere. Like they want to have a trans-African airline where instead of each country in Africa having its own independent airline, they want Africa to share one airline. All right, here's some of their goals that they want to actually achieve in the first 10 years of this Africa 2063 plan. High standard of living, quality of life, and well-being for all. Ending poverty, inequalities of income and opportunity, job creation, especially addressing youth unemployment, facing up to the challenges of rapid population growth and urbanization, improvement of habitats and access to basic necessities of life, water, sanitation, electricity, providing social security and protection. Well-educated citizens and skills revolutions underpinned by science, technology, and innovation, developing Africa's human and social capital through an education and skills revolution emphasizing science and technology, health and well-nourished citizens, transform economies and jobs, modern agriculture for increased productivity and production, environmentally sustainable climate, and resilient economies and communities, world-class infrastructure, and they actually have decolonization as a goal within the first 10 years of this project. All remnants of colonialism will have ended, and all African territories under occupation fully liberated. Wow. We shall take measures to expeditiously end the unlawful occupation of the Chagos Archipelago. I can't pronounce that. Island of Mayotte, Mayotte, and affirming the right of self-determination of the people of Western Sahara. Okay, so please do your research on Africa 2063. I mean, I just read from the African Union website. They are like straight up letting you know, like, we are going to decolonize Africa completely. The remnants of decolonization, imperialism are going to be gone in the first 10 years to this Africa 2063 plan. Africa Agenda 2063. Instead of having these foreign countries come in to invest and hold Africa captive because they are much more richer and much more powerful, and they know that Africa needs loans, Africa needs grants, Africa needs to borrow money. Africa says, the heck with that. We're not going to allow China to take over Africa and own us in 40 years. We're going to own ourselves by uniting. Instead of looking at the North Africans as Muslims, the East Africans as Christians, whatever, or black, light skin, we're all going to be one. Peace. Salute to Africa.